Today, I'm here to talk about children's data possibly being exposed through smartwatches, PlayStation controllers got back, and Amazon is beefing with FedEx, and more, of course, as we, together, as a people. Check it out. Alright, welcome to another sensational Saturday. This is Mike, and this is Mike Text It Out, and we're in the holiday season, so you know. I don't know what that means, because the news does not stop for me on Saturdays. And that's what I'm going to continue to do as I bring you right into our first story, and it's about that Echo wall clock. If you watch my channel for a little bit, you know, back in the day, which was probably like, 7 months ago, I unboxed the Echo wall clock. I love that thing. I still use it, but it's getting that bling bling upgrade with the Mickey Mouse edition, which somehow makes it cost $20 more. I don't understand it. You know, I mean, it's cool. It's got the Mickey Mouse background and the arms, but it's $50. And essentially, it's just a clock that syncs up with the Echo, and it uses the notches around the clock to show timers for that one specific Echo that you have it paired to, which for me is the kitchen one, because that's where I set the most timers, you know, cooking. I don't really cook, but, you know, timers for stuff that's in the oven, pizzas, stuff like that. I like having it in the kitchen, and it's cool, but I don't know if I'm going to upgrade. I'm buying it. It's $50. It's stupid because it's like a paint job for $20 more, but I'm probably going to get one. Alright? It's justified. It's not justified at all. I'm still getting it. And while we're already on the subject of Amazon, over the weekend, they sent out a message to their vendors basically saying, like, don't use FedEx. Like, you can't use it at all. If you're a Prime vendor, then nah, you gotta stay with the Prime shipping. You gotta use them good, reliable shipping companies. And they basically said that FedEx ain't cutting it, alright? They haven't been able to meet the demand. That's what Amazon's claiming. You know, Amazon's already gotta be beefing with somebody, and they started their own shipping business anyway, so they're probably gonna be beefing with everybody soon in the shipping game. UPS, USPS, FedEx, all of them. They're just coming with the beef, and they're coming hard. So what does that mean? No one really knows right now. It's probably not a permanent ban of FedEx. It could just be like a holiday thing. They're just like, yo, people are complaining about getting their packages on time, so we're just not gonna use it for right now. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's the way it is. Does Amazon really need FedEx? I don't think so. I don't even recall receiving a shipment from Amazon from FedEx ever. I mean, I get shipments from FedEx, but it's usually not through Amazon. It's usually either USPS, UPS, or Amazon's delivery service, especially more recently. It's been Amazon's delivery service a lot more, at least where I live. So I don't think them, you know, for Amazon specifically, like as a first party seller, it's not a big deal for them. Some of these vendors, even if they are Amazon approved, it may be a hit to them because, you know, maybe they have a good relationship with the FedEx in the area they ship from or something like that. So that does kind of suck if that's the case for those vendors. But Amazon as a whole, I don't think if they stop using FedEx altogether, is really going to suffer that much. Just my opinion. And in our next story, the PlayStation DualShock 4 controller is gonna have back. You know, right now it don't really got back. It's kind of, you know, slim, but it's about to have back because PlayStation recently announced that they're doing a $30 add-on which adds paddles to the back of the controller that's gonna be programmable with different profiles. It's gonna have a little OLED screen on the back so you can see which profile it's set to. It seems kind of cool if you want like the paddle things on the back of the controllers. I have the Xbox One Pro controller, which has the 4 paddles that are programmable, and I just don't use them. It's just unnatural to me to use them. But then again, I'm not really a pro gamer like that, where having a shortcut is really going to be useful to me because I still just suck at the game. So, like, having extra buttons is just going to make me mess up more than be a benefit to me personally. So, it's good that they're serving the audience that might want that. I'm sure there are a lot of gamers on PlayStation who play more seriously. They'll probably appreciate this add-on, and the fact that you don't have to buy an expensive controller to get it, you can literally just get the $30 attachment and attach it to your existing DualShock 4 controller. Bam, there we go. It does seem like it's high quality though, so I'll give Sony that. And it's a really cool idea. I'm interested to see how it does. Because, you know, sometimes Sony just makes stuff and then it just flops and then they're just like, whatever. But we'll see if this catches on, if people get excited about it. Maybe I might get my hands on one, do a little unboxing or something. I don't know. It's $30. It's not a bad price. It's going to be out, I believe, January 23rd. So that's fairly soon, next month. It seems like an eternity because we still got these holidays coming up to go through. But we're going to get there. And we're going to have a look at it. Alright? Stay tuned. Speaking of gaming and PlayStation, it came out that the owner of one of the super hard to find prototypes of the Nintendo PlayStation system, the collaboration they were working on that got scrapped because they couldn't get along or something like that. Someone has a prototype and they're putting it up for auction on February 27th. I'm just curious to see how crazy this price is going to get, because if you think about it, this is a prototype, so I don't know if it actually plays any games or not. I assume not because it never came out. Maybe there were some games that were in development for it that are playable on it. I don't know. I don't think that there's really anything that you can play on it. Possibly SNES games. I don't know, but it's crazy. They're probably gonna spend, I feel like it's gonna be like at least $100,000 for something that you can't even play. I mean, it's super cool to have as a collectible, but people just spend insane amounts of money for stuff like this. So I'm just gonna sit back when it goes up for auction and watch how crazy it gets. Watch people claw each other's eyes out and throw as much money at something that's pretty much just a nice decoration. I mean, but that's art though. That's art. It's beautiful. Mwah. Picasso de PlayStation. Nintendo. Alright, and our final story. It recently came out that Chinese company, I believe it's called iShenzhen Tech, they basically resold a bunch of smartwatches that are targeted towards kids, well, mainly towards parents who want to track their kids, because these watches have built-in GPS location, so you can it's pretty much like a tracker. I'm sure it tells time and does other stuff, or they do other stuff, because there's up to 29 different models that are involved in this. Because basically what's going on, there's one Chinese manufacturer that's kind of providing these watches and also providing the back-end cloud service for the tracking. So a lot of resellers are basically selling these watches that are all running off the same cloud. And apparently a lot of these resellers don't even realize that it's the same back-end that's from this one company in China that's being used to for the GPS tracking, basically. And this is not a knock on this specifically being a Chinese company, because that really has nothing to do with it. Basically what it is their cloud service is not secure, and apparently it's fairly easy to access, and the account numbers that are created for the watches are not anonymized either. So for what I was reading on the article, it's easy for someone that can access the cloud to spy on children theoretically that'll be wearing these watches in bulk, because they can just go up one with the account number, get another account, and just keep going up, just incrementing the account number, and they'll just keep finding people, because that's how the account numbers are being sent out, and they're not being randomized when they're being brought back into the server for tracking. So it's really bad. I think they didn't really list the specific names of the models, so just be on the lookout. If you're looking for a watch or some kind of tracking thing for a kid, I would just stay with one of the better known established companies like Tile, or you could always go with a cheaper smartphone. I mean, there's always the fact that Google is going to have your information, or Apple's going to have your information, or even whoever wants Tile, but at least there's a way less of a chance of some stranger actively spying on where your child is. I'd rather deal with one of the mistrusted corporate entities than to deal with whatever weird Chinese server thing that's going on over there. Who apparently everybody just has access to it, and it's like a party. The other option is just to leash your children. They have the retractable leashes now, so I mean, if it gets far enough where it's there's no traction left, that means it's time to come back home. You went too far. All right, so there's nothing else in particular that I can really think of that happened this week that was important. Oh, that? Yes, Star Wars came out yesterday. So by the time you're watching this, honestly, I'm probably literally in the movie right now or just getting out of the movie. I'm going at 9 a.m. Eastern. This video is probably going to be up at 11 Eastern. So with previews and all that, I'm probably still going to be in the movie, y'all. So if I don't catch you on Facebook or you don't catch the announcement on Facebook, it's a little bit late. That's why. I'm hyped about the movie. A lot of people hated episode 8. I loved episodes 7 and 8 and the original 3. The only one I really hate is episode 2. I'm going to be honest. Episode 1 is okay. Episode 3 is okay. Episode 2 is awful. Other than that, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So, of course, I'm going to go see it. So, it's not even news. I'm just telling y'all I'm going to go see it. Like, that's what's happening in my life as of the time that you might be watching this video if you're watching when it first comes out. I'm breaking the third wall. All the walls are gone. The walls are down. And you know what else is down? It's you, the viewer. Because I'm bringing this video to a conclusion. But if you enjoyed it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a coworker, and always do at least 2 things at the same time. And may the force be with you. That was corny. I'm just gonna disappear.